It's amazing to see how something that started for prisons in Colombia could have such an impact on people. And suddenly, magistrates know about this, and they are calling asking for this. We later found ourselves being in the Palace of Justice in front of the President of the Supreme Court.
Por lo mismo, cuando nos hablaron del programa,
When they told us about the Missions Character program, we thought it was an excellent vehicle to bring about this change.
You have 13 Supreme Court judges that are saying, we need values, we need principles.
Guatemala is involved in a crisis.
There is violence, there is corruption, there is organized crime.
There's a lot of corruption going on in the police force, in the lawyers.
Criminals are on the streets.
That you, as a lawyer, are expected to pay.
This is the story that the director of the Department of Justice said.
I am working as the General Director of the Public Defense Office. We represent the people that had been accused of crimes.
The country, the nation, assigns an attorney.
Public defenders will defend me if I cannot afford an attorney.
And some lawyers even have fees, like this is the extra fee that we have to pay such and such policemen.
Like I was able to see the acts of corruption.
The public defenders or the attorneys that are representing this person will go out and extract a bribe from the family.
The policeman sees the attorney took a bribe.
So the policeman then, they say, cut out the middleman.
And rather than going to the prison with him as he's supposed to, he goes out to the home.
Asks for the same money.
It's kind of a business.
The family says, wait a minute.
That is so into the culture.
You're a policeman.
And in some cases, because he is in a police uniform, they say, wait a minute, we're going to tell on you.
And then in many cases, families have been killed.
This generates a feeling among all people that there is no justice.
El sistema judicial es el pilar fundamental de un país.
The judicial system for our country has to be the fundamental pillar to sustain the society.
Building a social system is a lot like building a building.
But if the justice system doesn't have a straight pendulum, if they're not holding the plumb bob, if that is not straight,
the tower will lean.
Then the whole country becomes corrupt.
You have to go down and rebuild that foundation.
I think Blanca recognizes to get rid of corruption in her nation, that she needs to start with the minds of people.
In the Public Defense Office, we have the side where we train our attorneys.
The judicial school is dedicated to improve judges and personnel.
Not only in technical skills, but also in something that is more important, in teaching them principles and values.
We many times are concerned about providing training and coaching for different areas like modern law and intellectual capacity of the judges and different personnel. But we many times forget to teach about character, leadership, values, and ethics.
Now we're working in getting all the principles and values to the whole judicial system in Guatemala.
Va implícito los valores.
So here, all of our trainings are about law, but they have a touch of values.
So we all have to be part of the round tables, from the general director, that in this case will be me, all the way down to the janitors.
This is going on all over the country.
You know, it's quite something that here's a nation that's willing to pay for, to bring in values and principles.
Por lo mismo.
For we are working with Mission Character with all the workers in the judicial system, which is about 7,400 people.
To see such commitment of the president will make all employees to feel committed to the program.
I believe that it will be very valuable, not only for the judicial system, but for the country as a whole.
The Control Department of the Government of Guatemala will never regret this investment because we are investing in the quality of the people.
The principles and values are really working in many important people from the government.
It's one thing to know the issues and have the theory, but it's another thing to completely live it out.
The system of justice in Guatemala has been seeing the change in our public defender attorneys after being a part of this.
Every day, people have noticed that the public defense has been changing.
People is changing.
The lawyers started changing.
I want to share with you about the change that I have been in my life, have been affecting my relationship with my partners, with my friends.
Therefore, my commitment of knowing about this, working on this, and reflecting upon this is whole.
Loretta has been in Guatemala since 1992. Started out in business.
Where the business community influenced the university community, then the university to postgraduate to the attorneys to the public defenders beginning to influence the magistrates.
There's no way we could have seen 13 magistrates of the Supreme Court and telling them that they needed these principles and values, and they said yes.
I just want to thank Lorette for thinking about Guatemala, to my colleagues for working so hard to bring this about, and also God, because He's always helping us out.
It's pretty amazing to see the way God is opening doors.
Like God is open big gates.
I think we're just getting the tip of the iceberg.
My dream about the principles and values, we can have really a different Guatemala.